They right next door. But you have to, it's a different way of thinking outside the box. It's a lot of people like me and Beloved that want to do the work and want to help. Shit, you can create a job from it. You mean to tell me that you can wipe everything clean and just look at me as a person and actually get a job? I'm with it. Any leaders with that. Right. It's free money. Don't go to school. Don't sell drugs. That's easy to them. Because it's harder to say, listen, pull a trigger, kill a guy. I never killed anybody before. All right, come on. It's a newbie. Let me show you how to do it. Smoke this. You know, inhale it. Take it easy. You know what? The first person you shoot, make it a random person. Somebody that you don't know. It'll become easier. Get those willies out your stomach. It'll be all right. They don't know that your heart is pumping outside of your chest. But after it's done. Now you're a victim for life. Hey man, listen, you did killings like I did. It don't matter. We in this together now. The devil done sat in his lap. We trying to catch him before that. Because after he's gone, now you have to really will him back in. Because he don't know yet. The first life I took, I didn't know that 5-10 years later, it'll haunt me. That the moment I stopped using drugs, I'm talking about strong drugs, pills for days. I was up to like 25 pills per day. You know, my habit was ridiculous. So what happened was, I said, you know what, I'm gonna stop using drugs. I'm gonna be a normal person with society. You know what happened? As soon as I sobered up, I started hearing voices. I started seeing stuff. I started seeing my enemies in tree leaves. You know, I used to walk by myself and just be zoned out and just be like, what the hell is going on? Started tripping. We're trying to do something different because we know it works. They're going to listen to me all day long. And the whole thing about it is, you're not just trying to save these young people, we're trying to save the community. Because you can do all the work with these kids in here, but if you send them back to hell, they're going to do hell shit. That's all they know. That's all that's out there. No tools that you're going to equip them with can face that. Because the first thing they say is, you got a gun? You going to walk me upstairs? Hell, you can walk me upstairs, open the door, and my mother could be with it. She dating the biggest drug dealer. She dating the gangbanger. I can't escape it, so how are you going to help me? So what happens is when you get the leaders run that. The leaders run that. So if you're the leader and you want to do garbage and you're also part of the gang and you want to do garbage because you're part of the gang and you're the child, I go to the leader. Listen, I told you, this kid, he got potential. Him making it is us making it. The first thing you want to do is, what's the problem? He doing what? You gonna go right to him and tell his ass, listen.
No, I'm talking about the one that they go back home and the parent.
That's what I'm talking about. The leader is gonna talk to them because he runs that. Leaders run what goes on in the house too. I can go to any of my homeboys' house. I can go to any of the kids I put in house. I can go to their house and like, listen, go right past their mother and say, listen, take your ass to school and you better make sure he's there. It happens just like that. And they won't say a damn thing. Otherwise, they can move. I give them all rights. If you don't want to listen to what I got to say, you already know the cops can't do shit to me. I ain't got to say nothing but a word, and your ass is erased. So guess what? Take his ass to school, and you stop the garbage. You know what they're going to do? They're going to stop the garbage. They ain't got enough money to move. If they did, they would have been left. All I'm asking you to do is the right thing. They're going to do it. I'm not telling you this. I'm not telling you to stuff a half an ounce up in your vagina. But you did that for me 10 years ago. So if I tell you to take your kid to school, you're going to take your kid to school. You risked your life for me the first time. Why would you not? You know, it's really that simple. I'm going to pass it to Beloved in a minute because, you know, he's going to tell you exactly how simple it is. We grew up with these kids, so if I say put down a gun, he's going to put down a gun. He could be ready to shoot somebody. Yo, no. All right, Jay. All right. And it's just like that. Just like that. It's just that simple. Y'all just have to bridge the gap. They will love y'all. You understand what I'm saying? I need y'all to understand that. They will love y'all.
When you say that, you talk about
gang members, the people, the drug dealers, drug dealers, the gang, they will love y'all. You know why? Because y'all are the only connection back to society. Society is out, we blackboard, we the black sheep. So if a teacher came to me in my prime, I'd have been honored, like, damn, she came to the projects for you. Well, you better get your way, you better get good A on that essay and bring it to the projects. We've done that before.
Okay.
Dudes that was proud, and listen, we'll post his A up in the hallway in the project and dare somebody to take it down. Because that is the form of gangster to us. That's gangster.
You know what? We've done similar things to what you're saying right now. But one of the issues that comes up too is that because, like you're saying, we were saying in the beginning, they're 12 or 13-year-olds sometimes leaders. They're young, really young-minded. So we tell them to tell this one to go to school. They like, I ain't going to school either. It's like, you know what I mean?
Not that age bracket. It's
Yeah,
all right, so
definitely
the 13, 14, all that young age, that's not who really runs it. They say what they want, but when they in that neighborhood, you already know. That's like me living. That's like me living in on that block. And this 13-year-old saying he runs shit. You know, I could let him say what he want. That's because I'm being lazy. That's what it is. Because I could easily say, listen, put that shit down. He probably call me uncle. Big homie. That's what they do.
Yeah,
What up, big homie? What up, big homie? What up, big homie? He's looking for me to give him something, but my ass ain't doing nothing. We get in their ass too. So when you empower a drug dealer, when you empower a gangbanger that has that elite power over the community, he'll get up off his ass. The next time a kid throw a bottle, he like, listen, clean that shit up. And since you seen him do it, you cleaned up too with your old ass.
So once again, I'm beloved. Happy New Year's.
Happy New
Right?
Year.
Happy New Year's. One of the things I wanted to add on to is the fact that most of the times when we go after young people and we want people to get down with us or roll with us, one of the things that we look for is the mother and father not to be cool with them. Because they give us a more big playing field. So here it is, the kid is kicked out of the house. I'm standing there and I'm looking at him. I'm like, y'all know your mom's yelling at you. She blowing yours. You know what I'm saying? She got you tight. Well, I take you as you are. I take you exactly the way you are. Damaged, do-rag, pants sagging, can't even barely read. I don't need you to be perfect. Because what I'm going to have you doing, it don't have nothing to do with thinking. I'm going to be your brain. There's two places where they're going to have somebody think for them. It's in prison and it's the streets. One of the things that you got to remember, some of the big homies and some of us ain't ready to give up our spots yet. So that's another situation. So that 12-year-old kid that's telling you he running the block, yeah, I got him as a president to this joint, but he's just the face. The thoughts and the brains and the heart of this joint is me. Some of y'all not going to be able to walk up and talk just because you look too squarish. You might say the wrong thing. You might not make it up out of here, right? It's times when certain rappers used to come to Harlem and people will call me and they'll tell me, yo, you know, Dad, Mason, I'm coming in. I'm like, what's up about it? What's going on with that? And they'll tell me where he gonna be at, what hotel he gonna be in, what floor I could reach him, how I could do him, whatever. And I'm laughing because they don't know that's my right hand man. That's why I do security for. So stick-up kids stick with stick-up kids. We don't stick with the church people, the squares, the hypocrites. We don't need y'all. We don't need honor among thieves, none of that. All we need to know is I got a gun with bullets and whatever I want, and whoever say no, that's what I got for you. It's nothing nice about it. It's straight cold. We don't care about none of that respect stuff because when y'all start talking respect, I got something for your respect. Because I make the toughest person fold up when they see this. You know what it's like when you see the biggest dude, 3-something, all muscles, and then tomorrow you see him in a wheelchair with a straw from his neck. And now that little 13 or 12-year-old kid, he 18 now. Now he can be a leader. One of the biggest problems I think we have is that we naive. We ask dumb questions. Why you did that robbery? Why do anybody rob? Why you smoking weed? Why do most people smoke weed? Why are you drinking liquor? Why do most people was drinking liquors during the 60s and 50s when I didn't even exist? Because some of the stuff is a reality and I don't want to deal with it. You know what it's like when them lights go out and dark becomes so bright and silence becomes so loud and all you got is your brain playing back everything that you saw? You get what I'm saying? So as a crew and a clique, it was a little bit different. We didn't have no rules. We ain't started on a good cause. Most of us just grew up and we had drama shows in our house. We didn't need reality shows. I saw my mother getting punched in her face. I saw my brother getting sliced on his back. I see a dude get shot in the head and all I do is roll the window down and sit at another window and act like I ain't see that. Nobody there to pamper us. Nobody there to take the school and switch it upside down so that we can have better. I give you even something more incredible that made me realize how important it is to have credible messages and why it's so real for us to do what we do, because everybody can't do this position. It's not even a job. Some of us got to do it regardless. So I give you one. I'm stopping a fight. It's 18 boys jumping on this one kid, but they from another hood. I break the fight up. The young dude is from my hood, so I end up telling him, yo, chill. You know, you see your dudes left you. I'm going to straighten them out. But they left you, and you was getting jumped. The young dude looking around, he like this, yo, this and that, so he can't listen. But we don't got the same thing that gang members got, that leadership stuff. Either he going to respect real, and that's just it. He not respecting me right now because he believed that I ain't put in enough work since he been able to see. Now he goes and go finish his work. When he go to finish his work, he goes to a corner. He starts shooting. I didn't know he had a gun, but I'm calling him a knucklehead, and I'm like, yo, you stupid, you want to keep fighting him? Go ahead. He ended up almost bodying my mother. Everybody in the hood is telling him, yo, he's dead wherever he walked at. They know I'm going to get him. But not knowing I'm beloved, so they don't understand my change had to happen for a reason. I had to take bullets to get out the streets. My statistics always was, when gangsters come home, they get 2 shots to the head and they don't make it that way. Gangsters get bullets for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's no way out of that. The moment you put your hand on a gun and your name become in a sentence in the same thing of shooting or having a gun, ain't nobody coming to talk to you no more. To this same young man, I got him in one of the videos that we got, which is called Street Politics. So we doing an original series. You got to take them and let them do what they do. Where do you put your warriors at? In the Bible, they got them. We keep trying to make warriors be cooks. We keep trying to make warriors be A students. We keep trying to make warriors be basketball players. We keep trying to make warriors be something that they don't have nothing in their body to do, but be a failure to that thing that you want them to do. There's a training called motivational interviewing. And one of the things that we learned that was real, I'm talking about real. It was meaty, it was hurtful, it was distasteful as an adult to hear this. I'm sitting with a young guy, he get high, but he got an attitude problem. So he comes in, and I sent him to a job, he ain't get the job, and then he want to look at me and be upset, and I'm looking at him saying, time out, wait a minute. You gotta stop smoking weed. He like, nah, I'm like, come on, I sent you to a job, you smelling like weed, you smoked up, you high, and it's that. He came out and said, maybe if I change my attitude, it'll stop me from smoking. Motivation training make you understand that you are not the reason this person is here. They here because of them.
Right.
You gotta help them come out of denial. You can't believe you're gonna think for them, because if you gotta think for them, they don't stand a chance. It ain't about getting the gun out their hand. It's about changing their mindset. If you change their mindset, you don't have to worry about me wanting to shoot nothing. Because you know what? I think I value my life, Jay.
Right.
If I value my life and I value the homies, I value my clique, y'all got something here. Right now, I still do security for Jadakiss. I still do security for Jim Jones, Mates. And it's funny because I was doing it when I was 14 and 13. I started one of the biggest crews in Harlem which was called FSU. I started that when I was 11. So what sense did I have? Huh? Y'all talking about getting there. Sometimes we got to stop being like the churches. Some of us is too stubborn. We don't want to give up our positions. We believe that we're going to do everything. Every leader that we ever had, whether it was a gang member to Martin Luther King to Malcolm X, they had a support team. Whether it was Islam, Christian, Crip, Blood, everybody had a team. We got to stop believing that the way that we do it is the only way to do it. Because when I got shot, my mother was in the hospital every day cleaning. One of the things I like doing, I like to have 16-year-old kids sitting in front of me. And I always ask them 2 questions. Are they loyal? And is they really a good person to be able to candidate as a best friend? And they be like, yeah, I'm loyal, and I'm real enough to be somebody's best friend, they big homie, all that. I'm like this, you are? So I'm gonna ask you a question. And it's a simple question. What's your life resume look like? We know what a resume is, but what's your life resume look like? And they go, how you get one of those, beloved? And I go, easy. I go to the people that brought you into this world. They're going to tell me about your life. They're going to tell me if you're loyal or you disloyal. Majority of the time, I go and ask one question. Now I'm asking you another question. Do you do everything your mother and father tell you to do? Hands go down. Now I don't do everything they say. Who in here listen to their big homie? Who do everything the big homie say? Because we don't, it's consequences of repercussion. We might don't make it out of here, beloved. I said, I know. That's why we don't come to them and telling them that they can't be a gang member. That's what they is. They made a commitment.
Right.
If you look in the Bible, Jesus didn't tell certain people to stop being Jewish. He didn't tell certain people to stop being Islam, stop being Israelite. He just tell them, yo, I'm going to work with you as you are.
Right.
Because it's a lot that you could do from the state that you in now to the state where we're going to. It's all a state of mind. Everything is with the mind. Everything is controlled by the mind. And a lot of times we step out of that and start believing that we should enslave the young people. So you give them $1 here. Well, just know this. You're making me into a monster. Because I'm going to come for $1 when you don't got it. And I don't want to hear no. I don't want to hear I need to go somewhere and get a job. Because listen, when you met me, I didn't have a job. You didn't teach me how to be able to manifest myself to have a life. You just teaching me how to get a job. Like this attitude and this trauma ain't gonna pop up when I'm in that job. Hello, I'm here. So when you're dealing with crews and cliques, it's a lot different because you gotta really know somebody. See, a lot of people on my streets, they kind of know me because they saw me put that work in. They saw me shot and laying in the street. They saw me come home and stop that bad news stuff. R.I.P. bad news. I put him to sleep in front of the young people. Now, here it is, I work with the 4,000 to 1,000 young people, 16 to 24. I'm in places that nobody will go. I'm in the crack houses. I'm out there where they going and buy their guns at. I'm out there where they going and think about making a stupid mistake. I'm in the places in the club where they thinking they're going to get a chance to pop off. Because you know what's missing? And I don't know if y'all remember this, but some of y'all should. There were certain things you wouldn't do in front of Miss Jackson because she knew your mother.
Right.
Let me tell you how real it was for me. Situation happened with Polo Grounds and St. Nate. Young dude that's about to put work in is walking by me. But immediately he saw me. Your beloved, what's going on? Yeah, I saw Sister Aisha, and he kept walking. And later on, I saw him the next day. He at the state building. He's performing on the stage. And he said to me, your beloved, if it wasn't for you being there, I was going to clap everything over. One, we don't work out of fear. God and fear don't occupy the same space anymore. So it ain't no fear. I don't talk to them like they damaged goods. I talk to their greatness. I don't look at them like they need me. I look at them like they need themselves to be able to think. When we come to them, we bring in something. You can't talk to me and I'm hungry. I don't care what religion you with. Pastor, minister, I don't care what crew you with. If I'm hungry, I don't hear you. I'm hearing that stomach and I'm feeling that stomach. It's like dope fiend right now. I need food. You break bread with me, sit me down, give me a chance to eat, you're going to get a better conversation from me. Because you did something my mama couldn't do. You did something the big homie forgot to do. And you did something that I wasn't able to do because I wasn't in a place where I could learn this. So this is where reality strike and it hit hard, because now you got to look at the reason why you can't be at the crack spot. You don't got time. You already working on the service of people. Why you can't be at the powwow that they having? You don't got time. You don't got credibility. You're not one of them dudes where tomorrow they could still see you like, yeah, I still see bad being bad news. You know what that's like? Something was funny said to me, and a Crip in the Blood said, you know what's so crazy, beloved? You want me to be cool with the Crips, and I'm Blood. And he said, now, this is what's crazy. Some of the nonprofit organizations don't work with each other. You can't want young people to do what it is that we won't do. We gotta be leading by example. We gotta understand what that really means. This is why we having a hard time with our kids. Why? Because we starting to let the media tell us how to do our kids. If you don't know my best friend, you ain't even a parent. Because through my best friend, you could control me. How? Because you're gonna know that some of the things that I do with my best friend, you would like to do with me. But I'm not doing it with you because you got authority. And authority, I can't function with authority. Because that means you can tell me something, I can't tell you nothing. And sometimes we have a hard problem of listening. Just simple. How you feeling today? What's your favorite color? What you want to do today? Where you haven't been, not where you already been. Don't talk about my problem like it's the best thing that you can have a conversation with, because you're not going through it. Don't tell me that me wearing chains around my neck with my man's face on it is a sad scene, because it ain't sad to me. I love him that much. I wish he could be here. But now this is what's crazy. And this is where we got to look at the reality. Here it is, we had a young man that was a Caucasian young man. Secrets was told about him, how he was doing certain things with himself and with other people, which was other same sex. I laugh because he ended up having a situation where the guy got arrested and he ended up killing himself. That was the sad part. It hurt me. I don't care about the black race. I don't care about the white race. I care about the human race. But now here it is. You got blacks and Hispanic kids who's not killing themselves, but they getting shot. You know what it's like when somebody shoot a 1-year-old baby in a stroller? When that 4-year-old baby at the water hydrant got shot in the face? When that 12-year-old kid got shot in the eye? When that 17-year-old girl got shot in the waist? When that 18-year-old young man got shot in the head? The 25-year-old young girl that got shot 5 times in her face? The 69-year-old woman that got shot in her shoulder? This is the question that we ask. Why do we wait? What are we waiting for? When I did stick-ups, I ain't wait. Why? Because I had somebody on something on all the time. So we got to be on all the time, and we got to realize there's some places we just not going to go. We're not going to reach nobody. This is why some systems fail, because we allow the system to get control of our mind, and then we start functioning like the gangs. We start acting like the crews. We're not acting like what it is that we really there to do. Who here want to save lives? Only one hand? Nobody want to save lives? I thought that's why we was in this business. You see what I'm saying? How slow y'all did that? I asked my little homies or my little crews, who in here want to make money?
Everybody, quick, fast.
Right? Yeah. And then I do this, here go a cup. Pass the piss test. And then you see them walk out. Too hot, beloved. I ain't gonna lie. Today is not the day. But then you gotta ask yourself, them ages and them numbers I said, do we got time to waste? Can we wait? Can we keep playing the game like we got all the answers? Because they do the same thing we do. And another thing that y'all gotta realize is that we got other nationalities coming from other countries entering our space. This is why you got some people shooting at police. In some of these countries, some of these people shoot at police on a regular. The cops don't give them a chance to put their gun down. They got to shoot their way out. So this is where it get real for you, because now you don't know that. All you know is Patterson. You don't know where it derived from. You don't know the whole history. You don't know some of the big homies in the other countries that's still making hits over here in New York, in New Jersey. So you gotta really, this thing is not something you're just gonna get overnight. I'm not gonna even lie to you, it's not even something you really gonna learn today.
Right.
This is gonna have to take the same type of method that we do when we dealing with a heart attack. Somebody gotta be on watch every second. We gotta be so real and so focused and so pure in mind to be able to learn more. And the way that you know that credible messages work, you give them a task. So one of the tasks I gave a dude was, we're gonna go make money. So the rule in the teaching is what makes money? Money make money, right? Right? That's what we tell them, right? Money make money, right? So I takes my hat off, put all my money and everything in the wallet, and I tell them, come on, we're going on the train. We get on the train. I start singing, it's been a long time. We laughing, but I got people coming to give me $20, $5, $6, 50 cents. And they like, yo, beloved, what was the teaching in that? I said, the teaching is this. Don't let people tell you what you can do. Don't let what everybody telling you you are be permanent. No mistake is permanent. No wrong is permanent. God didn't allow us to be permanent. One of the realities that we got to really understand too is when it came about dealing with young people, we got to realize that they can work now and stop waiting. Even though their mind is not fully developed. If they do it more than one time, it'll become a condition. That's how they do wrong. The wrong is easy to be done because it's being displayed so many times. So many of us are hypocrites, and it's disgusting. We tell them don't lie, but as soon as a Jehovah's Witness knock on the door, we tell them to tell the Jehovah's Witness we not here. Mind, somebody calls you, tell them I'm not here. You a liar.
Oh, yeah.
And you tell him don't lie. You tell him to tell the whole truth, and you don't tell the truth at all. You want him to do what you say, but not to see as you do. How do you want what you want, and you won't even perform it to even give him a vision to see what it looked like?
Exactly.
So when you're dealing with crews and cliques, it's different from gangs because we don't have no ritual. It ain't nobody in there that's the man. Most of the time, all of us got a position. We all the men. Why? I'm the muscles. I'm the one that's gonna do the fighting. I'm the one that's gonna bust the hammer. I got the other one that's Pretty Boy Floyd. He stayed fresh, he got money. You got the other dude, he the one that sell drugs. You got the other dude, he the one that know how to set and scheme. You got the other dude, he do the card scamming joint. You got the other dude, the crew go on. But the one thing about credible messages that make us real is that we also do hospital responding. The hospital piece is so important. Why? Because here it is, I'm talking to a guy that's shot. He's going to tell me he's shot and he can't leave nothing alone because his blood is shed.
Right.
I laugh. I go back out, ask the doctors, let me get one of them gowns. Put the gown on. Take all my shirt off, all my stuff off. I got bullet wound here, 2 shots here, one in my back, on the back of my arm, and I come back in and I go, so once again, man, I'm here to talk to you because I want to be able to help you out. We campaign against gun violence. We work with people that's either going to do shooting or get shot. That 3-minute count. We do stop retaliations and we help do mediations. Right now, you're shot. You knew about the beef. Your mother don't. You know the rules change. It's about humiliation now. It ain't about respect and being sacred and keeping it to a point. Everybody can push you around. Mama might be the one pushing you. Do you really think when it's my time to shine on you again, I'm going to stop? Yeah, I'm going. So what I should do is start crying. I tell him, go ahead, let that tears out, man. Cries help cleanse the soul. Cry, brother. But now when your peoples walk up in this room, you give them a face that you so happy that you're alive and that you can feel the pain. People dead don't feel the pain, brother. Now you also got to think about how you're going to see the next person in your family dead. Who's going to be next? Who's going to be your pawn? Is it going to be mama? Is it going to be your best friend? Is it going to be your daughter? Who you going to have next to die? And that's when the young man go, so what can I do? Well, I'm a violent interrupter. I can help you. I still got people in the streets. I'm still somebody that can make calls. I still get calls. I know when somebody got hit out on. I go and beg the dude that got the hit out on them to not do it. That's my job. That's my way of life. That's giving back to the Lord. Now you get this young man to get out the bed. I got him outside waiting for him the moment he get out the hospital. He's talking to him, chilling with him, helping him get a job, helping him get back in school, helping him get back in course. After that, we still got another program where he can come and get a Metro card, hot meal, and he get a chance to go out of the city.
That's where y'all come in. Because we're directing them right to y'all. Because he's completely at risk.
Yes, Dave.
Completely at risk. So, him being shot, his peoples, everybody, listen, just like a gang, just like a crew, he needs protection. He's hurt, he's wounded. The enemies will come. So right now, beloved's talking to him, he's directing them the right path they're going to follow because he needs the protection. That's the loyalty. They all claim loyalty, right? So guess what? He got to go to McDonald's. Y'all going to McDonald's with him. He has to go to this program at 9 o'clock. You better be there in the program with him at 9 o'clock. So that's when y'all come in. You hit him with that love, them jewels, that caring gesture that they never received at home. You might get 3 or 4 out of the 10 now. Now your program is growing because I used to have to walk home. But when you offer the Metro cards, I get to skip the beef on this and this and this block. Oh man, that's amazing. My counselor, you gonna walk me halfway home? Oh man, thank you. That's how it looks. That's exactly how it looks. From a jump, stabbing, shooting, everything. Y'all can tell when y'all kids come in hurt because they act different. Something happened in the home. She might have got smacked on the train, bullied, whatever it may be. They might be acting up. It's like, damn, we know this word. Why are you acting like this? Cool. You know the best friends. You know everybody. See what's up with them. Because they believe in y'all. Because now y'all saving their lives over and over and over again. They're looking at you as the parents. What's the issues you having? You know what? I'm going to call Beloved. He knows that area. You'll be able to go to the store again. Your mother's going to send you to the laundromat. You'll be able to go to the laundromat again. Because that's where it happens at. She might have been on her way to the laundromat, got jumped, don't want no parts of that laundromat. She's in the house. Her mother's saying, go to the damn laundromat. She's like, hell no. She'd rather fight with her mother than deal with that.
Right.
That's right.
Now all of a sudden it's like, you know, they in court talking about, listen, my child don't listen.
Right.
That's right.
She don't do this, she don't do this. They stick them in your program, but it was a bigger issue that could have been wrapped around real quick. It could have been wrapped around real quick. But instead, it's like, hey, you know what? You don't know these life skills. You know how to do a resume now. We did this, we did this. Now, go back to the community. But guess what? It was never been solved.
Right.
It's never been solved. So, we came here to talk to you about credible messengers and how they can help. Everything we're giving you, I know makes sense to y'all. I know everything we're telling you makes sense. Now think about how the draw would have been that much easier. How many more kids that we lost we could have saved if we was utilizing it. Because for years we let the government say what they want and they excommunicated us from each other. We live on the same block. There's no reason why we shouldn't have been talking in the first place. No reason. I didn't tell y'all yet, but do y'all know that I'm still a blood to this day? Y'all didn't know. I'm a blood. I still run my set. I still do all that I'm supposed to do. Still respected as a blood. I denounce all the negative aspects of being a blood, all the violence. One of the rules and regulations I got for my set is if you do and take part in any criminal activity, you're on your own in prison. So that keeps them in line. Because part of the gang's live long culture is you're protected no matter where you go. But my rules are if you do some crime, your ass is on your own in prison. You understand that before you do this crime. What I'm supposed to do then, Jay? Cool. I know somebody that taught me how to go into a program to go to college. You want to go to college? Also, when you go to college, I'm going to teach you about financial aid, Pell Grant, this. So when you go to college, you're going to get college credits and you're going to get a check every semester. How you get a check? Really? That's how I go, though. And you'd be surprised, half of them don't even know it.
Right.
Guess what? You get to talk to girls. You don't got to go to school from 8 to 3. You can go to class one time a day. When you start telling me it's like, nah, that don't exist.
That's true. Because we tell our kids, 2 classes a day. They have the time
Man,
in their life.
could you imagine?
Nobody's very true.
Could you imagine? You know how many like 29-year-olds, 35-year-olds, they got their GED or they got their high school diploma, but they stopped there. They thought because since they've been in jail, they can't go to again college. But when you get them and you say, listen, I got a program. It's called college. I'm gonna take you on a college tour. You know what they're gonna do the rest of their homeboys? Their little ones? Yeah, we going on a college tour.
Right.
I found a way. I found a way. The past time or whatever, I found a way. Now, you got them in college, whether it's for 8 months, 6 months, or they mess around through the whole 4 years. You saved their life for 4 fucking years, just like that. Versus them not knowing what they're gonna do each day. We're just using the system to help who they supposed to help.
That's right.
Because they don't know how to do it. Only we do. How is somebody who's never been in a neighborhood, who's never come from ground zero, going to tell us how to teach ours, how to train ours? They're giving us textbooks the size of.
And that's their language. And we always tell them a lot of times that book smart people.
Right, give you text.
They don't got no more textbooks.
They get ditto.
Crazy.
Right.
Right.
There's no more books in the schools.
And then like also, one of the things that you can also take time out to do.
It's like everyone is trying to take away our youth.
Because it's money.
That's it.
In New York City, I'm gonna show you how funny it is. They'll take them out of Harlem, send them upstate, the area that they're in, they get that money. Or for that person being in that prison. Now, the other part that make it crazy is that he become a monster in that prison. He come back to Harlem. Now you wondering why it's revolving doors. And a lot of times it's revolving doors because we didn't do nothing.
Right.
We didn't catch the reentry. We didn't support him. We didn't deliver him straight to a program where we know we're gonna be at.
Right.
We know about getting shot. We know what it's like not to eat. We know what it's like to be illiterate. We know what it's like to have to go through a process of learning. Because if I don't know nothing, you can't begin to believe that what you're saying to me makes sense.
Right.
And I'm talking about not for my pocket and not for my mind. If it ain't physical teaching, it ain't happening. That's why we do role plays at the same time when we do this type of training. Because you'll learn it quicker if you have to role play.
Right.
You're not just going to learn it from me just telling you. Just like they not going to be able to tell you everything within that day that you meet them. But you got to be able to read signs. That's another thing Purple Message is good with. In prison, we are taught that a person can't get up on you because when they get up on you, they got you.
Right.
So we got to be able to read a person immediately the moment that they walk in our vicinity to be seen. Oh, yeah, he a gangbanger. Or, yo, yeah, he that. Yo, who his friends is going to tell me who he is. Oh, he messed with those type of people. Okay, boom. Now I know how to get to him. One of the things that was funny is he said something about chaos, and I was laughing because one of the teachers that taught me when I was in prison, he said You know why some people like dealing with chaos? Because they love math. Math is chaos. And I'm laughing because he's not lying, because in prison I was doing this already. I'm stopping the Latin kings from killing a Muslim. I'm stopping the Muslims from killing a Crip. I'm stopping a Crip from killing the Yetas. And now I'm dealing with things that's not even just from this country only. So now here it is, I'm dealing with it, I'm learning it, I'm doing it, but I'm doing it now. I'm not waiting until I get to a social study class. I'm not waiting until I get to a college. School is here.
Yep.
And a lot of times we get hurt, and the things I always ask people, what place do you go and they don't exist? If you go to a barbershop, they there. If you go to a beauty salon, they there. If you go to the laundromat, they there. You go to a restaurant, they there. You go to the supermarket, they there. Why are you not going to deal with them?
Right.
How you really got a chance of thinking you're going to exist in this world with them all around you? And then the thing that make it funny is that when people want to come into your community with a program, they try to scare you up.
Yep.
That's what they do. Officers, that's what they do. Oh, the reason why you need to know about this gang right here is they notorious, and look, he got shot, and just not. Don't know that he got shot by accident. He wasn't even an intended target. You know what it's like to have a person that's shot sitting right there, and a person that did it sitting right here? And they talking to each other, which they never was going to do before, because the news is saying that, you know, he's a rival gang, and this dude is an A student. He just live in the neighborhood where the homies is from. This dude right here is a church-going boy, but he just had to do a shooting because the simple fact is he went and told the cops. The cops locked up the one dude. The 50 of them that was still out there still had a chance to get at him and stab him up. So now he ain't doing mommy method. He not doing the old people method. He doing this method. And another thing, just know this. I don't know how many people ever read the Bible before or read the Quran. Most of them started when they was young. If you even do the story on Jesus, he started when he was about 12, 13. He didn't wait till he was 40 and 30 to start talking wisdom. We keep giving all these young people knowledge, but we're not giving them a platform to perform their wisdom. Sometimes you could take a big homie like Jay, he a prime example. I come to his hood and tell him, yo, we giving out turkeys, but you gonna get the little homie the opportunity to give out the turkey.
Right.
Also, we're gonna do a talent show. We're gonna let the Crip do their first talent show. We're gonna have the Bloods battle them in talent show.
Right.
Okay, they did a party, it was a gathering, it was a graduation for one of their homies going to college. Over here, we're gonna do a gathering and a graduation for the brother that just lost his loved one. You see what I'm saying? How you making them become a part of your society, a part of your community, a part of your circle.
Giving back.
Because now what happens is when we get into the circle of dealing with y'all, we functioning with y'all, we start taking claim to y'all. So certain things ain't just gonna happen to you no more. A certain dude might be in the fit, yo, I ain't sitting down. I'll just leave them. I walk in the room, he like this.
Yeah.
Yo, beloved, now I'm just tight at her right now. I'm like, where you was tight?
It happens all day long.
Because you gotta remember, I always ask the young dudes this. You know, your parents and the people that's working to save your life could be doing their life a little bit better, right? They could be chasing money. America's not the only thing that it is. And you'll see them look and go, what that's supposed to mean? We like to do black ignorance versus black intelligence. Where you think we get more money? The young dude said, black intelligence said, no, we get more money for black ignorance. Look at our reality shows. We teaches our kids to not jump somebody, but they got a bad girls club where if a girl come in that house, she get jumped. It's Hollywood. We tell them that they punks in the street if they jump somebody, but Hollywood on TV is letting you see the same group jump a girl, and it's cool. As long as they don't kick her in her back and make her hurt herself, she can stay in the house. Because it's all right for bullying and jumping somebody to happen. This is a reality show. Also on the reality show, you could be talking about how you're going to hit somebody up and hurt somebody and take their life. So we got to also look at the contradiction that we got to constantly deal with. Remember, one of the things I always tell everybody, you want to be able to work with your kids like a criminal. I know y'all don't like that terminology, but I'm going to hit you with the real. If you're going to be like the church and only do it on Sundays, you ain't going to get nowhere with that.
Right.
If you do it like the criminal, we 24/7 on top of your kids.
Yep.
I'm like this, yo, Jay. Remember an old boy I was telling you about? He 14. I told you he played on the football team. He ready to get down. We just gotta catch him at school.
What you wanna do?
Yo, another thing is, bro, I'm hearing that he having problems in the house and he can't eat. So we're gonna give him that meal that we was gonna think about putting together for the group, but we're gonna feed him and his little cousins. So we'll take that whole package. Oh yeah, another thing too, he gonna be out here in a few minutes. Boom. We out here 24/7 chasing him down.
Yep.
We like the Jehovah's Witness. They don't stop at one door. We keep going. So the same thing with our method, we gotta keep going. You gotta know which program is longer than yours. If y'all get done at 8 o'clock, who got them from 8 to whatever time?
Right.
Pass him.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
this how the crew got him. Because when he not with Jay, he with me.
Right.
And I'm telling him, yo, what Jay told you? He told you how to put the bullet in the clip. He told you how to put the clip in the gun. He told you to keep it on safety. He told you who we shooting. All right, so now let me just tell you this. When you shoot him, you're going to drop the hammer over there. You're going to get back to me, and we're going to get back to Jay, and we're going to start this whole process all over again. And we give him power, respect, and money.
Or an organization.
And we giving them something that mommy and daddy couldn't give them. Another thing is mommy and daddy too old to be fighting. So we gonna do the fighting for them. We fighting with them. Look at Suge Knight and Tupac. Tupac was 25. Think your mother to be able to fight with these young girls like she used to do back in the days? And then like now, this day and time, what hurt us a little bit too is that most of our mothers and fathers is on Molly and ecstasy. They on drugs. I watch Facebook all day. Oh, these kids driving me to drink. Oh, I'm about to get to the club. I'm in the club. You see them videos now? Everybody got a reality show now. And you see them dancing. But the part that hurts me the most is that you'll see a young person fighting on TV, right? This is a TV, YouTube. And World Star posted up, YouTube posted up. And that joint get 1 million views. But if me and you talking about God, that joint get 5. If we talking about how to manage money and do money, that joint only get 500. We talking about how to kill somebody, that joint get 1 million, 1 billion. You can't even stop it.
For itself.
Yes, King.
The reason why we tell you about the urgency is it's only a matter of time. The way it works is a lot of these strongholds on all of these communities around the United States, many of them are still here. Docile, are dormant. A lot of them in prison as well. It only takes one thing to wake them up. Now, me and Beloved have changed. We have kids. Now, what happens if my daughter gets hit? What really happens? That's a challenge I don't want to be faced with.
Right.
I really don't want to be faced with. I know how it feels when I lose some kid in my program. Now, I may be able to overlook this, get past this, and it'll come to pass. And you know, I work with whatever I got in my might, and I got my brothers and my sisters to stick by me and hold me down through that. But now, I've been working like this for years. Some other guys have not. And all they have to do is wake up, get some bad news like that, and they're gonna rip a hole. They're gonna rip a hole in the city block. They're gonna rip a hole, and the order's gonna go out, and it's gonna be non-stop until many people die. And that's when you get these wars. So a lot of times we think the war started from one thing, and it really didn't. It really didn't. A lot of these kids don't even have the brain power to orchestrate those kind of wars. A lot of it is Bobby got shot. Now,
He was a good kid.
he was a good kid. So now the real street kids come to me and they like, yo, Jay, you know that wasn't right. This is how you do it. I'm not going out there, but this is how you do it. This way, this way, this way, this way. Who's the main kid on this block? He has to go. When you knock that guy off, they're gonna go ballistic and they're gonna be dismantled. Remind you, while I'm sending you out there, some of y'all gonna die. Some of y'all gonna get locked up. But you know, y'all come to me crying, y'all wearing all these rest in peace t-shirts. I'm just telling you the best way on how to get away and do this. That's what happens. Warfare is usually best done repeatedly. So when you go to war, see, I've been to war. Beloved's been to war before. When I first got into war, I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I learned from my mistakes. So I'm an expert now on street and guerrilla warfare. These kids don't know nothing about it. Don't know nothing about it. They might have shot somebody once and it's like, oh shoot. The fear of almost getting caught, it might last a couple of months until they do it again. But then they might need a reason to do it. Now, when someone starts to get hurt, their mother got shot by accident, their mother got robbed by the wrong block, they gonna go to the person with expertise. If their emotions don't get in the way and they start using that brain, now you're talking about brain with ill intentions. They got access to a gun, it's over. They might have been working. They might got $1,000, $200, $2,000 saved up in the bank. Guess what? They got access to get a gun now. No matter what the price is. And guess what? I can take them across town and show them how to shoot it. I can go on the roof, teach them all kinds of things. This has been happening for years in our communities, and we all know it. It hasn't changed. The only thing that's changing now is the mindset. Like you said before, it's the mindset. So when you get these dudes that are still hardcore in the streets, all you're doing is showing them a different way, because we know different programs that they can actually utilize and compensate for whatever they're doing. So it's like, listen, you make a couple G's in a couple of months, but I can show you a way to make a couple of G's. Might be, you know, give or take 400 or 500 less, but you ain't gotta go to jail. You ain't gotta get shot. Once you put that plate in front of them, you sure I can get a job with my record? Yeah, it's programs out there. Because you gotta remember, when you in the streets for so long, and you think about the 80s, the 90s, early 2000s, it was like, hey, convict, no job, no job, no job. But now, they have changed, the system has actually opened the doors, but they don't know that you can actually get a job doing anything. I know dudes that got damn murder. How you did 25 years, you ain't never had a job all your life, but now they got a porter job getting 18 an hour. That's because somebody told them something.
Right.
Now, if they didn't tell them, they would have been right in the streets. And it's a badge of honor. Kids are looking up to them like, listen, that's the big homie for real. He does this in the streets, and he did 25. Nobody touched him in prison. He's God to us. I want to be just like him. So it's a big difference now. You get this dude a porter job, and the only thing you ask him in return is that, guess what? I need you to steer these kids in the right direction. Right. The same program that hooks you up, I need you to direct them towards me, because I can do the same thing. So you'll still be leading your set, your crew, your gang, but they all be getting paid. They all can pay for Pampers now. They all can do all these different things. See, it's hard to tell somebody to listen, put the gun down, don't put the drugs down. Yeah. But when they don't have it, they go up in the house and their girlfriend is saying, you ain't bought Pampers in a month. Right. You're weak. That's enough to make somebody pick up a gun and rob somebody, believe me. Right.
And I saw the movie John Q.
Yeah.
That was for our life. Some of that baby got asthma. But another thing that's great to know too is when you're dealing with credible messages, they also got this point where they take them out to eat, right. Take them out to the movies, take them out of town. And another thing as organizations, what we learned as credible messages, just really looking at everything, we even know how to get them paid where it is seeming like they get a job. It's too many programs that'll give $50 or $25 gift card.
Yep.
So each day he get one for 7 days. How much he got? He got money. Right.
Can you, because, you know, we're telling them about credible messengers, but how can, with their role right now, they work with kids, right? So how can they develop credible messengers, right? So it's not, you know, it's not something that we could just be like, hey, go out, you know, to this street and go get a, you know what I mean? It's not always going to happen. What can they do now?
So we're going to go back and forth. One of the ways you can do it is the kids that are in your program that you got the best rapport with, they're from a neighborhood. They're from a neighborhood. Ask him about the neighborhood, the geographics. Who is in charge? Who is that big man on campus in that particular neighborhood? He's going to tell you. He's going to also tell you if he has a rapport with him or not. And he can direct you to the person that has a rapport with him. Now, you're strategizing. You're bringing like a package deal. You get what I'm saying? So